long before the live-action 2012 release of The Avengers, there was a straight-to-DVD release of The Avengers. The movie is adapted from the comic book series The Ultimate, which was written by Mark Millar and illustrated by Brian Hitch, and it shows the Avengers' origins in a modern-day 2006 setting.
The story has a pace that it knows when to decompress and explore all the characters' development and backstory, and when to kick the gear up a notch and to get the adrenaline pumping for high-octane action scenes. I like the fact that the characters don't get along at first because everyone pretty much wants to be the leader and march to the beat of their own drum, which, as a person, I can appreciate. But you sympathise with Captain America in trying to maintain order, and they just ignore him and go out and act on their own impulses anyway.
Have to first make it past the automated weaponry.
I can get through without setting them off.
Wasp, not yet! Wasp!
I'll find her.
No, Iron Man! Stay in position!
Sorry, Captain. Rescuing ladies is what I do.
There are so many situations going on around in the story, from preventing the annihilation of mankind to superpowered showboaters petting their own inflated egos.
It's actually interesting to explore the character of Steve Rogers, voiced by Justin Gross, as being the man out of time as he is awakened from his 60-plus year slumber after being thawed from ice. And it's hoped that his blood can help replicate the super soldier serum that helped turn a meek man into the first super soldier during World War II.
Because how would you react to knowing that the life that you know has long gone and you have to adapt to an environment and society that is very alien and futuristic in every detail? And also dealing with the fact that the love of your life is now 60 years older than you biologically and has married your best friend and you haven't aged a day since 1944.
Has she had a good life?
She has. We were so devastated. And then over the years, Gail and I just... well, you know.
It's okay. Listen, is she here?
Upstairs. It's hard for her, you know. She needs a little time. I hope you understand.
You can definitely see the Samuel L. Jackson inspiration in this version of Nick Fury, as Andre Ware's portrayal is just blunt, no nonsense, it just cut to the chase, and he just tells it like it is, whether the other Avengers want to hear it or not.
So, Fury, who you got in mind to lead this little scout troop?
Kind of early for a promotion, isn't it, Pym?
It was interesting to see this direction of the Incredible Hulk. Banner himself, voiced by Michael Massey, in this incarnation of the strongest superhero ever, is more unstable when compared to previous versions, as he is just raw, uncontrollable rage, seemingly like an almost cruel force of nature, with the way he had level properties in the story and how he deals with the Chitauri, aka the Skrulls for those who are true Marvel believers. Bruce pretty much is trying to atone for his past unintentional misdeeds as his gamma-powered alter ego by insisting that the serum can allow him to control the beast. And to be fair, this is not the first time in any version of the Hulk where Banner has tried to control him. If you look to the 1980s animated series, he attempted to copy the control of his cousin's control of the She-Hulk into him, which did work for a time but ultimately ended up losing control due to the savage nature of the creature's biological makeup.
So you have sympathy for the scientist as a desperate man who so badly wants to correct the mistakes, the unintentional mistakes that his alter ego has had, but not so much for the creature who would soon rather smash anyone rather than help his allies.
Also, Fred Tatasciore is just awesome to hear as Hulk. The sheer, powerful vocal delivery of this animalistic character is something that never gets old and just a credit to the very talented voice actor that he is. Giant Man in this is an overconfident, arrogant, overcompensating douchebag that belongs more in a Michael Bay movie than this. He pretty much berates everyone and puts himself on a pedestal thinking he is numero uno, when reality gives him an awakening slap in the face when he gets pummeled by the Hulk, who is way smaller than him, yet he still gets his ass kicked. Nolan North does an amazing job of bringing this character to life, but I felt this voice would have been better suited for Raphael in 2007's TMNT, whom he did voice, but just not with this tone. With Iron Man / Tony Stark, it's kind of a toss-up. Voiced by Mark Warden, there is an arrogant swagger about him, but you can still see the heroic motives in what he does in the rescue of the passenger airliner and how he returns to fight the alien invasion of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Thor, you just like from start to finish, as even though he's very noble with his actions through peaceful protest, he does it with a charismatic charm. My only gripe with him is that he wasn't used enough, as he only seems to have an expanded use at the end of the movie when defeating the Chitauri and dealing with the Hulk, who is now out of control.
I like the way Betty Ross is written in this version, as she's very goal-driven with her work, and even though there is a conflict of emotions and interest between her and Bruce, she still cares for him even though she feels she cannot reconnect due to his Hulk problems, and does not believe he cannot get a hold on this, and Nan McNamara conveys this delivery beautifully.
Once I figure this out, we can...
Bruce.
Look, I know things have been bad, I've screwed things up, but I'll get everything under control and we can be together again.
Stop it. Just stop it. This isn't about us. This is about restoring your reputation as a scientist.
This time it will be different.
No, Bruce. Not again.
Why?
Why? Because it's never different.
Natalia Romanoff, aka the Black Widow, voiced by Olivia Daboe, is very cunning, resourceful, intelligent, and cool-headed, and seems to be the only other Avenger, besides Steve Rogers and Nick Fury, who seems to act professionally and has the importance of the mission being done, unlike the egos of Iron Man and Giant Man. Wasp, portrayed by the ever-so-talented Grey DeLisle, is almost used as a secondary character in my opinion, in the sense she's not used in the same depth and manner as opposed to her teammates, although she does seem to come in handy when facing the Hulk at the end of the movie, when Banner has lost control of the creature after just taking out the Chitauri.
The look of the movie is very anime inspired, with the way it's very clean and smooth, and the little nuances with the light and shadow on the way the characters are animated. If you look at the fight between the Avengers and Hulk, you do see this with the way the light shines off the Gamma Giant and his transformation back to Banner.
The music is very theatrical, and really helps elevate the scale of the movie from the alien invasion to when Thor takes on the Hulk, and it really elevates the mood of the movie.
For an animated movie about the Avengers that was marketed to a slightly more mature audience, it is just breathtaking to watch from start to finish. It's well written, very good ensemble cast, and they play off each other well. The characters have their own individual personality traits and dynamics that clash with each other, making for interesting segments when they have disagreements with each other in what moves should be taken. I like the fact that it's mature, but it doesn't exactly go the same route of other mature animated features in being profane, drop F-bombs, or show anything that would appear too suggestive.
There's not really much more I can say about this movie other than that Avengers fans, Marvel fans, or anybody who just loves superhero and comic book movies will enjoy this movie in full. Ultimate Avengers, gets a must. Thanks for watching.